realized that for a project or a program to be a success, there must be a buy-in by key members of the community or society in which the program is to be undertaken or where the project will be sited. Without this key element, the project will in all likelihood be abandoned. All around us are stories of abandoned projects, be they primary health centers, research centers, public buildings, and even private buildings. Did we count the cost before embarking on them? Did we carry out a needs assessment? Was there any stakeholders meeting before the program was started? Over the past few weeks, we have been focusing on the need for a national rebirth in Nigeria, the need for a Truth and Reconciliation Committee, and the need for a rebirth commission which will address the diversities and dichotomies, organize the drafting of a new constitution, delineate regional and national borders, and conduct a referendum. One of the defects of the 1999 Constitution is in its opening lines, which says, "We the people." Who are these we? Were they selected? Were they elected? Do we, the people on whose behalf they acted, know them? In essence, therefore, for the new Nigeria that we envisage to emerge, there must be the consultation across the land. Who will go for us? Who will represent us? And how do we even recognize such people? In 9 years as a state director of the National Orientation Agency, we talked about advocacy. We talked about mobilization and sensitization for a program or a project. And for a new Nigeria to emerge, on whom should we focus attention? The older generation, the 50, 60-year-olds, or the below 50? If the youth of Senegal could mobilize to elect a 44-year-old as their president, is this not a challenge to Nigerians that it is now time to look for the younger ones? Or for us in Nigeria are the beautiful ones yet to be born? Who should be at the vanguard of a new Nigeria? And who should lead this mobilization and contact for this march towards national rebirth? The Holy Book says the old will dream dreams and the young ones will have visions. So to whom do we entrust this great task of leading the campaign and the contact mobilization for a new Nigeria? That is the focus of Insight this morning. Development communicators also tell us that information, no matter how well packaged, will fail if wrong strategies are used for disseminating it. They also tell us that a message, no matter how good it is, if it is delivered by a wrong messenger, will fail. And so herein lies the focus of Insight this morning. How will the mobilization be done? What place shall be given to the younger ones, particularly students? Where will they be? At the sideline or sit look?
Yes, it's indeed interesting. You know, I had it in mind that 5 is Senegal. President Bola Tinubu is presently in Senegal attending, you know, the inauguration of this 44-year-old man. Some 1 month ago, about a month ago, Senegalese wouldn't believe that such can happen. Nobody thought of, you know, even when the president postponed the election, Senegalese were looking at another direction. We have with us the King Oladejo this morning. The King, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
And Mr. Laulu Abuguloko is also here. Thank you so much for your time. Let me start with you. So, in Senegal, as we speak, in a landmark speech made by this 44-year-old man, it talks about national rebirth. That is one thing he promised. So Rwanda came to my mind, Senegal, and I said, in Nigeria, could this be coincidence? But those who will be part of the journey, perhaps there are people who think, no, they are talking to the older generation. This national rebirth, is it for a selected few or for everybody?
Thank you. National rebirth, we've established on this platform that it's a must. even if we don't want to go forward, it is a must. It's not coincidence. God's move is never coincidence. It sweeps across. We established that Nigeria should have National Rebirth Commission. The mission of which will be to restructure Nigeria into symmetric federalism, where each region will be autonomous, will be in charge of its life. The division is there, but the process is what we are now trying to establish. You need to make contact with like-minded people. You need to have strategic partners, both local and international. So it will be our duty to mobilize such like-minded people. Sit down with them and agree objectives. You can't do anything on your own. To a good Christian, God said, let us. It's not a decree. It's not, I want to do this. You need to get like-minded people. Talk to them. The problem you are having, I am having. A lot of people will be calling to say, will they agree? How do we do this? Essentially because you are not able to mobilize yourself to become a critical mass. Right? If you have strategic partnership, again, it gladdens the heart, it soothes your nerves. That the problem I think I'm having, somebody in Kavancha is having something similar. The problem I think I'm having, somebody in Enugu is thinking the same way that I'm thinking. At least that will show you are not mad after all. So it suits the mind. So if I can get in touch with somebody in Sokoto and say, this is my problem, and say, oh, I have similar problem, then it becomes something that we can sit down. So we need to really identify who are those that are thinking the way we are thinking. Are we the only one? An idea say, no, we're not the only one. Internationally, there are stakeholders that are monitoring you per second. They are monitoring what you are doing, what you are saying, because they have a stake in the stability or otherwise of Nigeria. So there is that need for strategic partnership, which is the function of the contact and communication. They have to come together. You have to be able to communicate, be able to put your feelings to word.
So what came to my mind as you were speaking was this, conference sort of that took place at Adamasingba, handshake across the Niger. Southeast stakeholders South. They came together, South, even the people in the middle belt. They converged on Adamasingba in Ibadan because the feelings at that time was we had a common problem. Is that the type of a thing you're suggesting?
Now, we've said that government will do well to establish National Rebirth Commission. We are now trying to tell that commission what their functions will be. In this instance, you now have authority behind what you are doing. The people that gather in Adamasingba gathered on their own. It's not different from my meeting with you. My telling you my wife slapped me or my daughter did this. We are only explaining to each other. You have that authority behind what you are doing. So this is a lot different if it is done by the central government
setting up National Rebate Commission, right? And that commission is now looking for partners within each of the zones, within each of the ethnic groups. So those who are thinking the way you are thinking, who are going to the same direction with you, we jump into the vehicle. So it's not the same, right? But then the people can rise, just like you spoke of Senegal now. It didn't just happen. People mobilized.
But within a short time.
It was really a short time.
Within a short time.
It was really a short time.
No. Let's get it this way.
Could they have been bottled up?
It's not exactly. That's it. It's not exactly a short time. Nothing just happens. What you think is sudden had been happening underground. People are fed up. All they need is somebody to say, "Here I am, send me." You know what happened during NSAS? But for our own peculiarities, the then president said they want to march on him. The man is in Abuja. Most of the problems were happening in Lagos, but he knows, he was feeling it there. No, there's nothing short about it. When people are pushed, and now there is now an election, and somebody says, "Here I am, send me." That's the essence of contact we are talking about. Mobilizing becomes so easy because we have common problem. Yoruba people will tell you, "Ìyà ò kì í dùn gbà, ìyà ò kì í dùn gbọ̀n, sorry, tíyà ò bá kárí." But tíyà bá ti kárí, I don't care. You are a student. It's like an aluta.
Continue.
Immediately somebody is shouting in one hostel there because you are shouting about lack of water in your hostel.
Yes,
I don't have water too. We have common problem. We didn't even consult each other. Immediately you are saying at Luther, no, there must be water. Others are shouting at Luther, there must be water.
Mr. Bongoloko, let's come to you. Now, with that picture that Deacon painted, it's going to be spontaneous. You get such a spontaneous move when truly everyone has a feel of it. But it appears some persons are enjoying it. We really do not know
benefiting
from the system, such that it becomes difficult preaching it to them that no, this is an abnormality.
You see, during our Yoruba program, comrade gave a Yoruba program, a Yoruba proverb. He said, "Ẹni tó gbọ́n mọ́ra wọn, àwọn tó gọ̀ ni ò mọ́ra wọn. Àwọn tí yà ń jẹ mọ́ra wọn, àwọn tó enjoy mọ́ra wọn." Those who are enjoying the system, they know themselves. Those who are bearing the brunt, they know themselves. And all the while, we've seen that we keep on repeating the same process, and these people are in power, they are recycling themselves. So those who are bearing the brunt, they will have, like he said, they will have to communicate with each other. This is what is happening in our place. The shake across the Niger you are talking about was a different ballgame. They were talking of political alignment, the same set of people. They want to contact the same set of people over there so that they will coalesce to get power. And this power, they are going to lord it over the masses. But the masses now, those who are bearing the brunt of this bad governance, we are saying, let us come together. If these people, because they are enjoying the goodies, they will hardly call for a change. But those of us who have been bearing the brunt, those of us who know that we cannot continue like that, some of these people, they thought they've secured the future of their children. That's why they are piling up billions of naira in the bank. But those of us who know that we are eating from our palms, from our daily jobs, and our children are, they are eating from their efforts, and you can hardly get this big money. We have to plan for the future of our children, and we have to look for because like he said, every corner of Nigeria, you have people who are suffering, people who are feeling the impact of the bad governance that we have. We have people who are feeling the domineering tendency of some people, some born to rule people, and those who are qualified for certain things, they are not able to get it. Do we continue like that? We can't. So we have to start from every community, get to the grassroots. What are you feeling over there? This is what the BAT is all about. And by the time we get through all this, definitely some people will say they will not like it. But at the end of the day, we are going to look at the percentage. If 90, even 85% of Nigerians says this is what they want, those who are enjoying the system, they can say they don't want it. Then it is then we'll sit down and say, okay, what do we do? If you don't like what majority of the people want, then what do we do? You are in the minority.
Okay, Dickin, one key component is putting the message together. During the Nigerian Civil War, we had this: to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done, and that spread across the whole country. That was a unifying message. I remember that during the Ali Must Go, 1977-78, we had this Operation CCC, consultation, consolidation, and confrontation. In this instance, what unifying message will go around that will bring all sectors, both the oppressed and the together?
You just said it. Consultation is the essence of contact. I want to consult you.
But there must be a message we'll take there.
No, we will. We will. At the right time.
Rebut, of course.
At the right time, we will coin a slogan, if you care, that all of us will be able to relate to. There is no better message for anybody than hunger. Everybody understands hunger. There is no better message than sorrow. Right? If you are able to look back, those that have lost their loved ones due to one clash or the other, and I want to come to you and say, must this continue? I can easily guess what your answer will be. And that's why I said earlier that ìyà ò kì í dùn gbọ̀n tí ó bá ti kárí. Ìyà yẹn ti ń kárí bọ̀. Everybody is feeling it. Those who want to japa have said that there is not much in it. I can tell you some people are already thinking of coming back. Some are already coming back.
Of Japada.
Right? So ordinarily, the communication is easier. All you need to do is to identify those you want to speak to. Right? As I'm talking to you right here, I have a belief that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 people gathering in Enugu, gathering in Meduguri, that I don't know. That don't know me. And they are thinking the way I am thinking. Because we have common problem. Hunger is common. What percentage of your children can graduate and expect meaningful job? So the idea here is this. It's a different story if you have a nation that is not so richly blessed.
But Dickin, if I heard you well, earlier on, you sounded as if we're talking of a mobilization that the government will give an approval of.
Let me tell you this. I've said it before that Nigeria has no reason to be the way it is. And we can't be governed continuously with so much impunity. Even our foreign partners that we think are benefiting know that there can be a better Nigeria. So it's not going to be so difficult for me to go to Kano and tell an average Nigerian that, can we please talk? Can we solve this problem?
So when you are talking about this strategic partnership, you are looking at both local and international.
Yeah.
So the international, what is this international component to be made of? Would they be Nigerians in the diaspora or whatever?
To me, the people in diaspora they are an aspect of our local setting. I'm actually talking of international NGOs. I'm talking about United Nations. They have a great stake in peace
In Nigeria.
and stability of Nigeria. We did not get to this mess on our own. Some people bought what you call Nigeria and handed it over to the people they want. We cannot solve this. We must be ready to say, thus far, no further. We want to solve this problem. And if you have the right communication channel, right? The Rwanda you are talking about involve United Nations, I hope you know.
Yes.
Right? You won't go far on your own.
But the United Nations always come where they have a stake. Look at Israel and Gaza. What has the United Nations done thus far?
There is a world of difference between a war situation and people who are on the edge of a battle. United Nations have a great stake. They can't afford to wait until they are now sending peace missions to Nigeria. A single state in Nigeria, the population of a single state in Nigeria may equal 2 or 3
nations
in West
neighboring West African countries.
That's true.
So what we are saying is this: we now need to be able to communicate to these people. Even what you think you are benefiting from Nigeria, when the crises are there, you may not be able to access it.
Mr. Boguloko, let's come back to you. You engage an average Nigerian, it's very easy for them to grasp the message. They have an understanding, they are willing to join the movement. But it appears the government itself needs to be mobilized to understand and to see this, so that, we're not going to have a repetition of NSAS. The government will not feel threatened that, this is anti-democracy and all that.
Well, what we must do first of all is to mobilize ourselves, the citizenry.
And that won't be misinterpreted.
If something is happening in Ibadan, let's say the trade associations are meeting to discuss the future of Nigeria in Ibadan, and they are doing the same thing at Enugu, and they are doing the same thing at maybe Kaduna. Are you saying government will not listen? What is happening now is that people are just murmuring in their houses. We are not speaking out loud. So far, people are not talking. It is only recently that you have the kind of panel conveyed by Anyaku and all of that.
Lagos, the Patriots.
Let's say in another 2 months, there's another one in Enugu. There's another one after 2 months. There's
And
another one in
practically the
Ibadan,
same
and
thing.
they are saying the same thing. Definitely, government will listen. And you know, government is always very careful about the way they take actions, especially in Nigeria, where you have religion, you have ethnicity in our system. Now, if all the noises are coming from Yoruba land, for example, you don't expect Tinubu to just take an action and say because Yoruba people are shouting and must take action. But if the Yorubas are, Afenifere is talking, or Aneze is talking, northern people are Arewa, Middle Belt, all of them are talking, definitely government must listen, because they are part of us, and they will not want a situation of like answers to manifest before they take action. I know they will listen. And even voluntary organizations, foreign governments, they will call their attention to it because they have a stake. Britain, America, all of them, they have a stake in Nigeria. And if anything, don't think they don't communicate with government. They have a way of telling them, you better take care of this what is happening. They have intelligence people amongst us, and they are feeding their government back on what is happening. So, and like Dickens said, none of them can afford any crisis in Nigeria, because West Africa cannot take the refugee from Nigeria. It will be a complete disaster, and that is what they don't want.
And
so,
besides, let's get this straight. We are not talking of you and I mobilizing people. We are saying government should realize that there is a problem.
Yes.
Set up National Rebirth Commission. It's the function of that commission that we are explaining. If Nigeria is to move forward, if Nigeria is to survive as a single nation, the authorities need to come to terms. There is no reason why you should steal 1 trillion naira that you will not spend. The place can be made too hot.
What they are trying to say is that before government see the need to even set up there must be something.
There must be something going
before
on.
They can see the need to set up.
So it's just like people saying a cacophony of noises.
Voices people. But if people are speaking in one voice, government will see the reason to let us do, even if only to divert attention. Okay, let us put this problem, let us create a body and put this problem on their laps. So whatever is happening, go and meet the Rebirth Commission. Government will be forced to do something if all of us are speaking the same language. I think that's what.
Okay. Okay. So one other issue, you would think that truly this pain, but the magnitude differs, such that because there is no consensus of pains, let me use that, that word, the way people see the need to react differs. So I give an instance. Across the country, everybody has been talking about the concept of restructuring. But when you dig deeper, you discover that the concept of restructuring to an average Yoruba man is different from what an Arewa member, thinks restructuring is. And Igbo man feels the best way to start is create one other state. Let's be equal first before we now come to the table. Other regions have 6 in the minimum, we have 5. So how do we gather consensus in such an atmosphere?
I don't think it's as difficult as you are trying to paint it. I'm not trying to make it look too easy. The human needs, according to Maslow's theory, we are all at the same level. Base. You call it tuwo, I call it amala. We are all talking about food. I say hunger is the same in Sokoto or Kaduna. All we need to do is to contact each other. Speak in your language, I'm hungry. This man may be able to interpret to me as, you are hungry. You were here last week with a professor almost weeping on set. What he has gone through.
Just because it's not part of them there.
Just because it's not part of. And I saw the way you are saying, even you. I was
surprised.
Right? And it's the same thing. Because you have not contacted others, go and ask an average trader what he's going through. Go and ask an average mother that is struggling to train her child what they are going through.
In all of this, Dikin,
So
a critical
all you
mass
need is a contact
Yes.
with these people. If you know you are suffering in your area, raise your hand. I give you an assurance. You get so many hands up in almost every structure, strata of the society.
I was trying to that a critical mass, we perhaps from a large population, students, youths. How do we address them? Do we just make them sit down?
You don't just call students.
Yes,
You don't just call youths.
yes.
You call people who can understand your, who can understand what you are
The
saying.
message you are putting
the message you are
across.
putting across. A student that already think he is solving his problem by going Yahoo way may not listen to you. Right? But if you go the student way and we say, look, there is a problem. This problem is this. And you're able to put it across properly. I challenge you. You tell anybody that if you are hungry in Ibadan, come to my house tomorrow. You may not be able to sleep for the next 1 week. Because those who are hungry will make your house a maker of sorts.
Unlivable.
Because there are so many of them out there. But because you have not said that, you see me going on the street, you are not sure whether I've taken my meal. People who are suffering one disease or the other, avoidable maybe in the first instance. There are some of these diseases that don't need to be there.
Maybe because
Some
of
have
hunger.
overfasted, they've gotten ulcer. Some of the things you are fasting for may not actually be necessary if you have your freedom.
And if you have good government.
If you if you have good government, some of the things you are fasting for may not be necessary. And you now fasted till you have ulcer. So the idea really is this: can we identify those who are feeling the pain? Can we design a communication strategy?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That you will understand. I'm not talking of Yoruba Hausa.
Yes.
I'm talking of a message that you will understand. Okay? Even if I'm dumb and deaf, if I raise, there is a way I will behave, and you will know I'm hungry. Can we put this message across? Can we identify those people in Sokoto, in Kaduna, in Meduguri, in Enugu, in Calabar? Can we identify those people in Nofa?
Just like
one of the strategy is what we have been doing from the past.
Okay.
We x-ray what happened before.
Yes.
Some of these young ones, they didn't know or they were misinformed about what happened in Nigeria, especially on tribal basis. An average Igbo man will tell their children it is the Yoruba people that betrayed us. The Yoruba man will have a version of the true story. But on this program, we started from the scratch. We laid bare all that transpired. Some of these youth must have learned a lesson or two about the past. And now we are profiling a solution. So they will key in, they will know that Nigeria, some part of Nigeria had a good time before. Why is this happening now? And what can we do now? So it is such type of information that will ginger people up, whether young or old. And you know, because of the social media thing, information could easily be passed around.
In essence, we are talking of a message that will be so couched that it will be acceptable across
I said,
board.
new Nigeria is possible.
Look at the MKO Abiola jingle. I tire for this country. Now so one. I tire for this world.
If you tell people a new Nigeria is possible, they will say how
is it possible?
But if you tell them that some people enjoyed certain things in the past, we had it so good at a point in time, they will definitely know it is possible.
So we are saying, in essence, a new Nigeria is possible.
It's possible. Nigeria is possible.
A new Nigeria is possible.
Yeah.
It's how to get there.
A prosperous Nigeria is possible.
Yes.
A stable Nigeria is possible. A Nigeria that you will eat to your satisfaction is possible.
We have the lands, we have all the resources.
It is possible. In this same town, Ibadan, and I'm sure Femi will not forget, when you finish CUSAT those days, you go to Dube to go and register and you will get somebody writing to you.
Labor office.
Yes. Labor office. You go to labor office to go and, once you register there, in the next 1 week,
they call you for interview.
I, as young as I am, when I finished my CUSAT and I didn't get work for 3 months, my mother was worried. 3 months.
And even as an undergraduate, you had for vacation.
I've not even gotten my result.
Some have been waiting for the past 7 years. I think some persons want to be part of.
But let us give them the lines first. 0916-104-7698, 0916-104-7698, 0902-280-9257, 0902-280-9257, or 0811-052-6487, 0811-052-6487.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Anu. Great kudos to your guests in the studio. I'm Adewale from Indishin, Jericho.
You're welcome.
It's a great, fantastic topic you are treating there. May God be with you all. As like I'm talking to you now, can you believe that it is 5 and more at stake for fasting in this month of Ramadan? 5 pieces of agbalumo. I'm telling you. Hello, good morning. May God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Mr. Femi, I say Ankoma. I say I'm taking and Jordan, my dad. I need to tell you what
Ezekiel,
my name.
Welcome.
See, I'm reciting Dickens' comment here. He insists on one voice. And I've said it in different platforms. How are we going to get the one voice? Hunger is has no difference. You will tell that anyway you are to like America, that is same as hunger. If you are hungry, why is it the same thing? And an hungry man is an angry man. And how are we going to get the one voice to lament this? Why? The political party is dividing us, ethic sentiment, and as well as religion. You know, that's all they are just all these materials, instruments, religious number one, is against the lesson meaning. The other one is the political party and our local. Those are the instruments they are using to divide us. And we continue to be wretched before these people. And we are still honoring our tormentors. We see them go to hate them. And we are talking under these people. Because the devour.
Mr. Ezekiel. All right. Thank you so much for your time. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Anu.
Thank you.
I greet you and your guests too.
Thank you.
They are fantastic guests. This set of people, they knew when Nigeria was good. And what are they doing in their own efforts within their corner in order to see that life is not pleasurable for people? Aside from the one they are doing on the program now, because they are enlightening people. And you talk on the issue of Japada, that this thing is now becoming a common phenomenon. That is hunger. That at the rate at which we are feeling the heat of hunger in this country is different from the advanced world. And our leaders are not seen doing anything about it because they feel comfortable where they are. But they're not there also.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Ogenyika. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the 4 wise men.
Thank you.
I am Primate Shitu calling from Ijebu.
You're welcome, Primate.
I want to fault this discourse that something is missing that has not been mentioned. And I think if we critically analyze that which is missing, because for some time ago, criminality appeared in the US. Boko Haram appeared in the US first. There was a group called the Group, the Gang, and the Gang. They committed credibility on black Negroes. And somebody in parliament suggested, let us go with technology. Now, when technology was involved, we were easily apprehended, and technology was also fixed in the office of Mr. Governor, when he does not know where it was fixed, in the parliament and everywhere, and it has assisted a lot. Even if you can allow me the more, Private Chitu was in Pennsylvania. I went to book a spiritual egg on somebody, and after some few hours, the policeman came to my hotel room, and he knocked my door and was showing me the video of myself. I was forced to swim the bridge of Ohio and Brooklyn for 3 months. Now look at the Offa robbery. Look at what has happened at Offa. Now, if we can involve technology to this discourse this morning, what damage will it do? Or what effort will it contribute to our getting Nigeria greater? Good morning.
Thank you so much for your time on the program, Primate Shitu. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah, this is easy. Yes, I appreciate everyone there. I've heard your fantastic comments. But my question is this. When will the form for governorship or presidential election, when will they form? The nomination form, when will it come down? Is that not how you get the best? So if I'm the best in what I do, and people trust me, and I don't have any money to buy the form, it's a waste. It's a waste. That means when Nigeria becomes better, will continue to be prolonged. There are some things that are foundational problems that we have not solved yet. If that form can be brought down, so that the ordinary man who is vast in knowledge can buy that form, that's when we have what we call competition. Not the same set of people who have stolen our money and they are now capable of buying that form. Where are we going from here? Even before the constitution, even before we review the constitution, let every form, whether PDP or ACPC, let the form be brought, the money, let it be reduced so that people can have fair share in contesting for governance. Without that, we are still going to be reciting the same set of people all over again. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Eze, thank you. The aspect Mr. Eze brought in is one that I feel we must address. Is it about leadership? Must you be a leader before you affect or you take part in this type of a movement? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
The Westmen are very
welcome. Welcome. Olushagata, are you there? Okay, we may have to attend to another person. That line isn't clear at your hand. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
I am Stephen Odele, calling for Zokedulu better.
Mr. Stephen Oyedele, welcome.
God bless you, my people over here.
Thank you.
Yes, you go to the point. It's a difficult job for one to be a leader. Based on the doctrine of Babawolo and there, and I know that Babawolo was alive. He was known to every place. Why is it that they cannot go to archive of Babawolo? They know taking the semblance of Babawolo, whatever we call it. And the people that are not buried there, the people there, God bless him, the situation job. The way I managed the land, the government at that time, why is it not complete, dedicated? Now, hunger is a universal language. But look at the battle now. We have so many research institutions. Whatever we call it, is it the same thing? Why is that the home is not talk to any other thing? Finally, we need to talk to our people. They need to learn from democratization. Because some of the people, and we enjoy the decision of democracy, is not left to us. So look for whoever is going to be the government. God bless you.
All right.
Let's not talk on hunger and insecurity. They raised it. Hunger is just a symptom of bad governance.
All right, let's attend to this person. We'll be back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Anu.
Thank you. Tuksahante, welcome.
You see, all these lifeline people for this Nigeria, unless they are NGO, person like Femi Falana, and the good people of Nigeria, let all of them come together and form a new Nigeria and make a law to checkmate all the politicians. If not, all these things when people are applying, they will not allow it to exist because they are the beneficiary and they are the one that control everything. Unless all those set of people, we check, that's all the people that I mentioned, we checkmate them. That is how we get better Nigeria. If not, look at this fuel subsidy they remove. Now, they say they will make more money. That money they are making now, what are they using it for? Not be to share it by themselves and leave the masses in suffering. And they cannot do anything. All the promises, where the gas motor when it promised to produce, where are the refinery? So let the good people of Nigeria come together and checkmate politicians before all these things you people are planning will work. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Actually, nobody is planning anything. We must understand that issues are only being laid there. Hey, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you.
This is Adu Olukule from Olodo.
You're welcome, Mr. Adu.
Yes, Nigeria Rebirth is a very good project. But I am very sorry. As young as I am, today I can say I'm 62. And I've been following Nigeria, please. Nigeria will never speak in one voice. Look at Awolowo. When Awolowo saw that, he has a project for Nigeria and the other zones, regions is not allowed. He started it in his own region and other regions decided to emulate. If there is anybody in this region that is having any project for rebirth, we should start it from our home. Forget about the rest. God bless you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry we may not be able to pick calls because our time is fast spent. But one issue we need to address. I think everybody has come to terms with the fact that hunger is a universal concept, and that we must fight it. But I think Nigerians are of the opinion that before you effect any change, you must be in leadership position.
Of course, because they are the one that.
Many people don't.
No, what is leadership position? We need to establish what's the meaning of leadership position.
Is it political power? Is it?
Everybody is a leader in his or her own right. Leadership position, talk. People have been calling. Is anybody stopping them? This idea of leadership, I honestly do not understand it. Nobody is born a leader. To the best of my knowledge, MKO didn't have a father that you say he rode on the back of his father.
No.
I don't think Zeke had such. I don't think Awolowo had any type of father. So what's stopping anybody from becoming a leader? We all find an excuse for what we don't want to do. Either because you are afraid they will kill me, or whatever. Nothing stop you. You are a leader. There is nobody. Don't allow anybody to give you that impression that. How does he become a leader? He offered himself.
Okay, before we go, Dickie, if the people of Senegal got it right, as it were, when will the beautiful ones be born in Nigeria?
They are born. You are killing them.
Meaning what?
There are beautiful ones. You are killing them.
How?
You are even aborting some before they are birth. I will repeat what I've said before. Please and please note what I'm saying. It doesn't matter for how long you go in the wrong direction. It doesn't matter how fast you are moving in the wrong direction. Until you turn, you will never get to your desired destination. Okay? Well, you can accept Kadara, accept wherever you reach, as where you are going.
That is where you are going.
Otherwise, you won't get to. Nigeria cannot move forward this way. We used to say Nigeria cannot move fast. It can't even move again.
The way it is.
I challenge you, after the next 2 elections, I pray we all will be alive.
I know.
Well, it's apologies. Some persons are still calling in, but the take home today is the fact that you are a leader. Stop looking up to your neighbor to take charge. You can't take charge. See yourself as a leader, because I've seen Nigerians looking up to people. Oh, some persons should take the lead. Take the lead, and of course run with all this information that you've gotten. Then Nigeria will be what we want it to be.
Okay, Anu, thank you so much for that roundup. All that is essential for us now is to know that there can be a new Nigeria, and there will be a new Nigeria. All it requires is you and me, so that we can work together, team up together, and with one voice, with one move, see that we have this new Nigeria that we envisage. Of course, when Faye said it, national rebirth, so that move is running across. Is running across.
It's becoming a continental thing.
So, and it will get to Nigeria in the north.
That sounds like a prayer. Amen.
Amen. So, Dikino Labiola Dejo, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Mr. Laulu Abugloko, we thank you so much for coming. Anolua.
This is how we're going to draw the curtain on the program till next week. I'm Anulu Akpomoride. We still have a long way to go. The program is still very much around with us. We're going to learn a lot. See you next week. Bye for now.
We want to appreciate our backroom staff, Tunji Adeyefa,
Olokere, Sulaiman,
and all of them there who have been instrumental to the success of today's program. We thank you so much. My name is Adefemi Mapadirun. We'll see you next week. God bless you. Have a pleasant day.